AITA for threatening to not attend my paid wedding? So I 26 male and my fiancée 26 female have been engaged since last year. We've been planning for the wedding since. It's settled next year March. My fiancé family is very doting on her. Made it clear to me several times how they only treat me like family because she loves me. For the sake of this story, I will just call them in-laws. Me and my fiancé actually had our own plans for our wedding, but because my parents kind of paid for the house we are living in, her parents insisted to pay for the wedding. Although she did told me they had intentions to, I didn't know it was going to be for everything. At first everything was fine, we wanted a venue but we compromised to something agreeable like another venue because my in-laws fancied it more and we could take it aesthetic-wise. Or maybe instead of pink flowers they wanted purple. I found it tacky but sure. Problem came when I got the invitation list. 300 people. I've always made it clear I preferred an intimate wedding but out of respect for my fiancée and her family I did compromise with her to go maybe 200 and even then, how do you even get 200 people to come to your wedding? I pulled her aside and I was asked her whether she knew anyone. She said maybe 80 people. The rest were relatives. She could tell I was restless and tried to assure me by cutting some. But she seems to not really understand why I'm nervous cause it's all paid. We went back in and asked my in-laws whether we could cut down the size but my in-laws were adamant saying that weddings are sacred and everyone should witness the union of our bond. My sister scoffed from the side and made a snarky comment on how we didn't need every neighbor to come get some free food to show our love and my in-laws were pissed. They said this number were already disrespecting their daughter and I should man up and face a crowd. I'm a bit introverted. They also commented since they are paying they should have a say in who they want to invite. That kind of triggered and I retaliated by saying that this was my wedding and if they insist on this amount of people, I as the groom will simply not go. They were shocked since I usually don't lose my temper. I'm a very mild-tempered man. My fiancé looked at me disappointed and so did my in-laws. They just left and haven't contacted me. I really don't know if that was asshole of me considering the whole wedding is paid and my in-laws have been working tirelessly to make our wedding perfect. Edit. Me and my fiancé are on the same page. She's just more understanding of a bigger wedding than a small one cause that's what she's used to. And even if she doesn't necessarily understand me, she was fully ready to support me. I didn't add that in but she was reassuring and supporting me. She did try to gently coax me to change my mind but when I said no, she was fully ready to fight my in-laws for it. I usually don't react like this but life's been a bit stressful lately so that's been a really out-of-nature reaction for me. Add on, I have really bad anxiety, hyperventilating kind. Like I said, me and my wife had this conversation before. While she's more understanding of a big wedding, she prefers a smaller wedding without relatives too. The quota of guests was conveyed very clearly to them. Also my fiancé just texted me. Basically verbatim, wrong move bitch. Now I got to clean this mess up. You better prepare my ice cream with strawberries when I'm back. But she did assure me that she will absolutely keep it at 200 even if it meant that she's getting skinned. I will show her the post when she's back. Guys, she's saying that as a joking way. We always text like this jokingly. Fiancé here. No, we don't have any problems. My guy is just stressed and I know him well. That threat was more directed to my parents than me. I didn't feel hurt whatsoever. I just needed to play along with them. For those blaming me not cutting ties with my family, you have problems, lol. Not everything is solved by no contact and not everything is worthy of a no contact. And yeah, we are going to save it for the honeymoon. It's a free wedding. Did either of me or my fiancé wanted it? No, we are really busy with our work, but I guess that's just that. His parents really wanted a ceremony too. Responses. Are you from different cultures? Your fiancé might be more dependent on her family than you think. And her family openly barely tolerated you even before this conflict. So, the question is, do you really need constant fight in every aspect of your life because it started well before your marriage? Yes, different cultures. No, me and my fiancé never had a problem. My IELTS didn't approve of me due to my education, so I worked really hard and in the meantime she fought for me. It was a really long journey. We grew up with each other, supporting each other. Almost every time her family made snark, she has defended me. Almost every compromise made by my IELTS for this wedding were fought by her. Have a private wedding at courthouse or church beforehand and then do this show for her family. You get your intimate moment, they don't know, and then they get their show. Good idea. I did save at least 70K for this wedding alone. My initial idea when I found out my wedding was getting paid was to blow it on a honeymoon or a custom jewelry set, but that would be a great idea. NTA. In-laws have been working tirelessly to make our wedding perfect. For themselves, not for you too. I'm a little confused by your fiancé texting the wrong move quote. Is she scared of them or agree with them? It doesn't sound like an I've got your back type statement. We have a few strategies around them and today I didn't follow the strategies. She has clarified with me she's going strategy E where she will act and agree with her parents then try make them compromise. Thus the disappointed head shake and look. Yeah, we text in really goofy ways that is a little uncomfortable for most people I guess. What do you think your in-laws are going to do when you have kids? We don't plan on having them. My in-laws don't know of course. To threaten to not show up to your wedding is more insulting to your bride than your in-laws. The in-laws don't sound like the best people, but they do sound supportive in you both getting married. Besides, 200 people versus 300 is hardly worth the fight. It's still a big crowd, either way you probably wouldn't tell the difference. 200 people in total. So they were supposed to have 150 people. They basically doubled it.